New crash numbers from Virginia State Police and Hampton Roads. Troopers responded to 212 calls for service since 8 p.m. last night. 101 of those calls involved crashes and 74 calls involved disabled vehicles, exactly what Ashley just talked about a minute ago. Well, troopers also say disabled vehicle calls are increasing. Thankfully, VSP is not reporting any deadly crashes so far. Great news there. And here to tell us more about the tough travel conditions, Sergeant Michelle Anaya with Virginia State Police is on the phone now.
Thank you for joining us, Sergeant. What's the update since we spoke to you last?
Well, I was just listening to your newscast. We actually have 28 disabled vehicles across the interstate at this time.
Wow.
So we have 28 people that are stranded and broken down and needing to be towed. Unfortunately, people are driving way too fast for weather conditions. They need to slow down and following their distance.
What's the response time right now to get help to those people?
Well, it varies. It all depends on which city and county that they're in, because we have full force working at this time. It doesn't just necessarily depend on us. It's also the tow truck drivers that we are waiting upon to pull these vehicles out of the roadway.
And just to give our viewers a sense of how many people are out there on the streets, how many boots on the ground do you think you have throughout the Hampton Roads region?
We pulled in many forces from around the state, and we have different troopers from different areas working. So at this time, actually working, I don't have an exact number, but we do have quite a few troopers out there. I just got the latest numbers from 8 p.m. Wednesday to 8 o'clock this morning. We've worked 273 calls, 118 crashes,
Wow.
and 121 disabled vehicles as of so far. And like I said, right now we have 28 open calls with troopers on scene with those calls of all disabled vehicles. No crashes, unfortunately, no injuries. Everything is a disabled vehicle, and that's because people are driving too fast for road conditions and should not be driving at all.
So they're basically just getting stuck where they are. Is that right?
Correct. They're spinning out. They're spinning out and getting stuck in ditches and stuck where they're at. And unfortunately, we can get to them, but we also have to depend upon the tow truck driver to pull them out.
Okay, Sergeant, let me ask you this. For people that have to go to on the roads, for example, Naval Station Norfolk, for example, is saying mission personnel, essential people only. What are some of the things you want to put in your car in case you have to go out in this to stay safe, in case you do spin out or you do end up needing assistance? How do you stay safe in your car?
Well, first of all, avoid unnecessary travel, but if you do, the main thing is slow down so you don't spin out. Very slow speeds. Also keep your phone charger with you, a blanket, some type of food and water if needed, depending on how long help can get to you, especially a blanket to keep you warm, or if your vehicle spins out of control and no longer starts, you don't want to be stuck in the cold weather.
Sure.
All right, Sergeant Michelle Anaya, thank you so much. That very important information there. We'll check in back with you throughout the day. Now to a storm mode update from the city of Norfolk. Because of this massive storm, trash collection is canceled. Trash will be picked up on Monday. The city asks that if you see any trash blowing around, just please pick it up. Public Works crews have made 2 passes on primary routes already, and there are 15 VDOT crews on the road right now, and other teams are also here to help. But again, the roads are still a mess. So if you can, stay home. I feel like we've heard that over and over and over again. And it's going to stay that way for a few hours at least.
Yeah, it is. You know, winds will stay up. Snow will be blowing around. A lot of totals coming in now closer to a foot. And all that's light powdery, a lot of it. So it's blowing around and causing a lot of issues.